Are you looking for a high-end area in Chattanooga? There's many different places that we can look out, but you're doing your research and you see a couple, but you want to know what are the best or some of the best high-end areas in Chattanooga. That's what we're going to discuss in today's video. Talking high-end, first I think it's important that we define what does high-end even mean. There's so many different factors that will determine something as high-end, but just for the sake of being simple or simplicity, we're just gonna put a number to it. So the average or median price point in Hamilton County is $400,000. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna classify high-end as double that amount. So anything over or $800,000 or so, we're gonna classify, just for simplicity's sake in today's video, as high-end. Again, housing characteristics, location, so many other factors go into high-end, but just to keep it simple, we're gonna do anything over $800,000. The first location that we're gonna discuss is somewhere called Cambridge Square. Now this is located in Ottawa, Tennessee, which is far east side of downtown Chattanooga if you're looking on the map. And you have Cambridge Square where they have the little restaurants, the little area where you can let your kids run and kind of jump around as you get ice cream or you just eat. Sometimes they have little concert venues there, but we're talking about Cambridge Square, the subdivision, which is right behind that. Something that is important to note with this area, and probably most of the areas we're going to discuss today, is the availability of homes is very scarce, or is not that many homes available. And starting with Cambridge Square, that's the case here. I believe there's one house available in this area, and I believe it's anywhere from $990 to $1 million. And something to note is that it's a very small area. It's almost very exclusive because there's not a lot of availability. This one house that is available, I know that it was under contract, and I believe the buyers had to back out for whatever reason, so it's available now. I've spoken to the developers there many different times, and they're saying that the next houses that are slated to be completed in the next 6 months to a year, they're going to start at 1.3 to 1.5. So just note for you guys, this one house that's available for $900,000, if you purchase that by the time these other houses are finished at 1.3 or 1.5 and sell, this house's value is automatically going to skyrocket. Just a quick side note. But this area is very nice because it's centrally located in Ottawa. That's what happens when your brain thinks too fast. Ottawa is a very desirable area. A lot of people want to move here, and Cambridge Square is kind of at the heart of it. Again, I already mentioned that Cambridge Square, where you have all the restaurants, is located within walking distance. So you can easily live in a subdivision and just stroll down the subdivision to these restaurants. In the summer and the fall, they have a lot of, small little bands that play on the stage. You can eat outside the restaurants. I go there all the time for the ice cream, and then go to kind of the middle section where there's grass and let my kids kind of run around and burn off all that sugar. So that's something great that's available to this area. It kind of makes it a lot more walkable. Now in this area, you have a lot of shopping and a couple dining spots. You're also very close to I-75. That gets you to downtown pretty quick. But overall, it's in the heart of Ottawa. Right next to it, you also have, what is it called? You also have the Honors Course, which is a exclusive golf course. I believe it's one of the top 12 or 15 golf courses in the southeast of the United States. Very nice golf course, and it's also right beneath a little mountain that you have there, so you have mountain views from this area as well. Very nice area to live in, and that is Cambridge Square. It starts at probably 1.3 to 1.5 by the time you see this video. guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Chattanooga, Tennessee. My name is Junior Francica and I'm an agent here in Chattanooga. I love making these videos and I love helping you guys move to the Chattanooga area. So if you're considering moving to the area, feel free to reach out to me on the number on your screen, shoot me a text, give me a call, or find me on social media. Here's my Instagram handle. I would love to talk to you guys, answer some questions, and get to know you and make Chattanooga your next home. So that being said, let's get back to today's video. The next area we're going to discuss, or the next subdivision, is called Black Creek, and this is located on Lookout Valley. This is probably southwest of downtown Chattanooga. It's right over the border into Georgia, and it's surrounded by Lookout Mountain and Elder Mountain, and it's absolutely beautiful over there because you get mountain views no matter where you are in this subdivision. Now, this area typically has a lot more houses. It's a really big master plan community, and it's probably one of the biggest master plan communities in the whole Hamilton County or Chattanooga area. The median price point is anywhere around $800,000 depending on the month, and these are very desirable houses in a very desirable neighborhood. The reason why people love here is because the subdivision is almost built around a golf course, so there's a lot of houses that back up into a golf course that's in the subdivision. You have a clubhouse that has pool and it has a lot of games for the kids. You're surrounded by mountains, so the views are absolutely beautiful, and also there's sidewalks that kind of go everywhere, so you'll always see people walking or biking or just going out for a jog. So this is an area that you can have kind of that subdivision feel. I get a lot of people that reach out to me and they're like, hey, I have small kids, where can I live where kids just go out and bike and play? This is definitely one of those areas, and that appeals to a lot of people. Again, beautiful mountain views, but one little negative from the area, in my opinion, is that the traffic kind of going in and out of here sometimes can be kind of congested. You have I-24, which is really the only way to leave this area and get into the Chattanooga area. You have truckers that come up from Atlanta or down south from Nashville, and I-24 is what connects 75, which goes to Atlanta all the way to Nashville. So you do get congestion here with truckers coming by the area, probably early in the morning or rush hour in the afternoon. But overall, it's an awesome place to live, and this is definitely somewhere you should consider if you're looking for a high-end area in the Chattanooga area. The next place we're gonna discuss is called Elder Mountain. Now, this is kind of close to Black Creek. It's also located kind of adjacent to the Lookout Valley area, but this is way more private, way more secluded, and it's on top of the mountain. So there's kind of one road that kind of goes in and out. It's one main road that goes up the mountain, and then once you get to the top, you do have a closed community. So you have a security guard and an entrance, and people have to know you or call you or let the security know and have them call you so you can allow people to come in. Now, if you're looking for a very high-end area that's very secluded and you like your privacy, you kind of want to be a little bit off, and you want scenic views, this is definitely an area that you should consider. Since you're on top of Elder Mountain, it kind of overlooks the valley, so you have the river that runs along, and right behind the river you have downtown and all of Chattanooga at your views. Of course, you have to buy one of the houses that's right on the ledge, but most of the houses here do have some type of view. There's some of them that don't, but most of them do. A lot of the homes that you can find here are old architecture plus super modern houses. You can also buy some land here and build a house yourself. A lot of the houses here probably are one of the most expensive areas in the list that I have for you today, and they start anywhere from 1.5 to 2 million or way more than 2 million. Again, like most of the other areas except Black Creek, because they have a lot of inventory or they actually have a lot of space to build. There's very little inventory here, and there's rarely any houses for sale here. So if you're considering living in Elder Mountain, just know that houses here typically don't come on the market very often, and that's something that you should know. The next place we're going to talk about is Jasper Highlands. It's actually not located in Chattanooga or Hamilton County. It's in the next county over in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. So I would say it's about 30-ish, 35 minutes from downtown Chattanooga. So homes here range very widely and it all depends on the lot. It sits on top of the mountain. So again, this also has beautiful views, but you do have to have one of those lots that kind of overlooks the valley. There are very little houses here. Some you can find for $600,000, maybe $700,000. I've sold a house there for $550,000. It was one of the smaller houses. The lot didn't have a view that you can see from, but for the most part, a lot of the lots or the houses that are really nice are $800,000 or way more than that. There's a lot of space up here, so just know that this area will grow for the next 5 to 10 years in my experience, because there's so much land up here that has so much time to develop as well. In Jasper Highland, you also get this gated community. You have 2 different clubhouses, 2 different pools in different areas. This tends to be more of a retirement area. I personally have not seen a bunch of families that live up there, and that's just because you're far away from Chattanooga, and a lot of people that are more retired typically tend to gravitate to this area and want to live in Jasper Highlands. Something that you should take into account is that Jasper Highlands is also in Central Time Zone. So it's not Eastern Time Zone. Chattanooga's Eastern Time Zone. And if you look on the map with different time zone, Chattanooga is like 20 minutes from the Central Time Zone. So Jasper Highlands is actually in Central Time Zone. A lot of people that live there still kind of go by Eastern Time Zones because they either work in downtown Chattanooga or they're always going to Chattanooga, but just something to keep into account. Chattanooga's Eastern Time Zone and Jasper Highlands here in South Pittsburgh, it's actually Central Time Zone. And the last place that I'm going to discuss is called Riverview. Riverview is right over the river in kind of the North Chattanooga area. This area is absolutely beautiful because it borders the river. If you're wondering how much houses here cost, these houses cost anywhere from $900,000 to $1 million plus. And again, it's a small area, not a lot of houses or not a lot of inventory come on the market here. And something to take into account, a lot of these houses are a lot older. So what you're going to find is, even though these houses are 900, 800, $1 million plus, they are going to be a lot older style and they will need a lot of renovating. Of course, maybe it's a house that has already been renovated, but it's going to be well over $1 million. Just take that into account. Something that you can find here is Chattanooga Golf and Country Club. It's an area where you can come play golf. There's pool. There's a lot of people that come that have kids that hang out in this area. So if you're looking for a community, if you're looking for that suburb feel, but very close to downtown Chattanooga, this is a great option for you because it almost feels like it's its own area, secluded, very suburb-like, but 5 to 10 minutes, you're in downtown, restaurants, things to do. So this is a great area if that's what you're looking for. Well, that's today's video, guys. I hope I was able to answer some of your questions, give you some ideas on high-end areas that you might be looking into. If you guys have any other questions, again, my name is Junior Francica. I'm an agent here in Chattanooga. I would absolutely love to work with you guys. Love to help you move into any of these areas or any other areas that I can help you find. With that being said, until next time, take care and God bless.